To me again, like that corn song. Anyway, 2001 A Space Odyssey. This is one that is perfect. Honestly, it's it's awesome. It's a space odyssey. It is a space odyssey, and it's a very atmospheric journey. You know, it's not like an action-packed, you know, spaceships whizzing by shooting each other. You know, it's not like Star Wars. Um, it it's more of a slower paced journey, but to me it's not boring because it's a lot of imagery. You know, it's not a whole lot of exposition. It's a lot of scenery, just the outer space, you know, the spaceship floating on by, um, or you know, things happening within the spaceship. Like it's very um, just it's one that you just gotta sit back and relax while watching, kind of, but not necessarily turn your brain off. So it's just visually stunning and just beautiful, and the score is iconic. And my favorite scene is the iconic scenes with the computer HAL 9000 that I'm not going to spoil anything, of course, but yeah, the end of those scenes, that's my favorite part of the movie. But yeah, that the acting in those scenes are really really good, especially from the main guy. He's actually like just like he's like it's a I I want to talk about it, but I'd be spoiling, you know, so much about the experience. You know, you gotta go into these things, you know, without, you know, knowing a whole lot. Like go into it blind, basically. You know, just know that it's a bit slower paced, but it's done well. Next, I got this Bad Santa DVD that I found in the trash, but it's one that it's a movie that I really like. Um, yeah, it's just really funny. Thing with a lot of these comedies is like if you watch it too many times, it it's not as funny, you know. Which is why I've only seen it a couple times because I don't want it to lose its charm, you know. But like one thing that really makes this movie good is his acting because he's just so funny, you know. Like he's a funny, like he's just vulgar, but he's also Billy Bob Thornton, you know. So it's like he should be funny, but it's so much funnier because it's him. So like his voice like is one of the things that makes it so funny. I don't know, there's just something about his voice that makes what he's saying and the way he's saying it so funny. But yeah, it's a great role, honestly, and Bernie Mac is also very good in it. Lauren Graham is pretty good in it. The midget, who I forget his actor's name. Oh, and John Ritter is in it, and he's really good. Um, I forget it. It's not crediting the kid. Is Brett Kelly the not the kid? Oh, well, the kid is also very good. Who's not showing on any of the pictures for some reason. He's like the central point of the movie. Oh, Tony Cox is the midget. He's very good. Um, and I know he's in other stuff and is also pretty good in that. But yeah, it's a good Christmas movie. I'm someone who likes the Christmas season, and I'm also someone who can go from like watching a kids movie to watching an adult movie. Well, you know, like, geared towards adults, to watching an adult movie, to then watching another kid's movie. So yeah, I'm comfortable doing that. Um, I think a lot of people can't do that, like, or they pretend they can't. I don't really know what's up with them actually. Yeah, I have the Incredible Hulk Returns and the Trial of the Incredible Hulk, two of the three movies that come after the Bill Bixby Incredible Hulk TV show, and they are not as good as the show, unfortunately. Now the third one is called The Death of the Incredible Hulk, and that is the only thing related to that show that I've not seen, and I have it. And I'll show it later, because it's not over here, but hopefully that wraps things up pretty well. Um, I don't have high expectations though, unfortunately, just because these ones I mean, they're fine. I'm keeping them for a reason, but it's just not as good, Because, I don't know. I just don't know, man. Next, I have these Clint Eastwood movies. Now, I already have the Man with No Name trilogy on Blu-ray, but I don't have Hang 'em High. So, the reason I'm keeping this is so I can watch Hang 'em High, which I've actually seen before, but it was when I was a kid. Whoa, I just lost my balance. Just standing in my room. Oh, jeez, I meant to punch my chest, but I was holding the DVD, so it just jabbed me in the... Well, that didn't really amount to anything. It just kind of let itself out. Um, yeah, Hang 'em High, I remember being good. I remember being a bit slow, but still good all the way through. Um, and I'll be looking forward to watching it again. And, next, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. It is good. Um, it's I like Clerks 2 a bit more, but other than that, this is one of my favorites. It's my favorite Jay and Silent Bob, except for Clerks 2. It's just fun all the way through. It's it's um it's a big reference movie. Like it references a lot of stuff that Kevin Smith, the director and writer, was a fan of, and still is a fan. Well, and was a fan of at the time of the movie, and probably still is a fan of, like Star Wars. So yeah, and I don't know. It's all really funny. It's actually I didn't find it as funny the first time around, but the second and third time, or however many times I've seen it, it's gotten funnier, which is kind of how The Big Lebowski was for me. Not as funny as The Big Lebowski, of course, but you know, pretty good still. And I also like that Jason Biggs is in it from American Pie, because it's like I don't know, it's like they're making references to Star Wars and stuff, and then American Pie, but it's funny, like, and I like American Pie. It's not like, you know, the best movie ever, but I mean it's funny to me. I think it's funny. Um, I remember watching scenes of it on YouTube when I was in like middle school. I didn't actually watch the movie till actually I didn't actually watch it till after high school. Surprisingly, I kind of forgot about it after, middle school, and then finally got around to watching it. Yeah, Splash. Um, Splash is great. I remember I first watched it on my birthday in like 8th grade. Whoa, 8th grade. And then I watched it again in like 11th grade, probably, maybe 12th, on my birthday again. Cause I'm like, oh yeah, I've watched The Naked Gun on my birthday the past 3 years or so. So And I'm gonna watch Splash again on my birthday. Whoa, I'm sitting on my, yeah. Oh, Lord. Now, next. Is it Mallrats? Yeah, I'm not taking Mallrats out. I didn't love Mallrats, but I found it in the trash. Figured I'd keep it. Because, I mean, it's fine. Next. Oh, boy. It's really just killer on the back of my leg. On my leg pits. Next. Marilyn Manson. Guns, God, and Government World Tour. It is a concert film that also has a 30-minute documentary called The Death Parade. Now, the reason I got the DVD version as opposed to the Blu-ray version is because the Blu-ray version omits the song entitled The Death Song, which is one of my favorite Marilyn Manson songs. And it's, you just don't, the reason was like some copyright thing, like I don't even understand, But I guess I ain't seeing it in HD until they release a version with the Death Song and also don't omit any other songs, No trade-offs. No half measures. Oh, any of you guys fans of Breaking Bad? Because they're making the new, they're releasing the new movie, the sequel movie, entitled El Camino, on Netflix on October 11th, I believe. So, I'm gonna be watching that. Hopefully it's good. I've not watched Better Call Saul, and I've only seen Breaking Bad once. It was it was summer 2018. So, yeah, it's still pretty fresh in my mind. I remember for like the longest time, I was saying bitch, a lot, because Jesse Pinkman, the character, that was his thing. My favorite character was Walter, though. Heisenberg. He was fucking awesome. And I found his story more interesting than Jesse's. Though I definitely like Jesse's story a lot. Yeah. I just hope they don't do anything stupid with the movie, you know what I mean? Just do some, I don't know, something stupid. Looking forward to it, though. Anyway, next. The Naked Gun trilogy. Now, the third one is not as good as the first two, and also the second one isn't as good as the first one, but it's still pretty close in quality, in my opinion. The third one isn't as good, though, but I still think it's funny, It's still good. But, yeah. And, I got the first 4 seasons of SpongeBob. I'm not taking them out. We all love SpongeBob. I think the 3rd season is the last good one from what I remember, but I have the first 4 because I remember there were some episodes in the 4th season that I liked, so yeah. Anyway, all that I have left on this shelf, oh jeez, is a few more DVDs. So I have this first volume of Scooby-Doo's All-Star Laugh Olympics, which I've never watched before, but I love Scooby-Doo. I doubt thing I'm doing is I'm watching all the shows chronologically. So I finished watching Scooby-Doo Where Are You about a year ago, and I've not gotten around to watching the new Scooby-Doo movies yet, but I remember I liked those ones a lot, as well as the first show, the Where Are You seasons, and yeah, I mean, I got a Scooby-Doo shirt right now. I'll get a better lighting, You know the drill. Jeez. Maybe you won't get a good look at it, but yeah. Yeah, looks good. I have this whoa. I have this movie called Sideways that I don't even know what it is, but it's one that I found in the trash. Volcano High, found it in the trash. It's like martial arts with hip hop. Let's see who's in it. So it's what the fuck? I don't actually know what's because Snoop Dogg is on the cover, and I don't off the bat recognize the others, but they're not credited in the starring credits. But it says MTV version starring the voices of all them. The only name other than Snoop Dogg's I recognize is Method Man. An interesting thing about Method Man, he's a member of the Wu-Tang Clan who do a lot of martial arts samples. And so that's pretty cool. Yeah. Snoop Dogg, I don't really listen to his music, but he's a chill individual. It from what I've seen, I'm not a big fan, but like it's not his fault, you know. And as for Wu Tang, I'm a big fan of their first album. Haven't really listened to much else of theirs, but sounds pretty good. Next, I have The War, which doesn't look good, but I really like Elijah Wood. That rhymes. It's when he was a kid, but you know, I like Elijah Wood because of Lord of the Rings, actually. Next, I have War of the Worlds, which doesn't look great. It's the remake, which is why it doesn't look great. What I want to do is I want to read the book, then I want to watch the original movie, then I'll watch this. But I do plan on having that happen sometime. But yeah. Next, I have the movie Wonderland, which I don't really. Oh, this one looks good. I don't really remember what it's about. I'm not gonna read all that right now. For some reason, I thought Brad Pitt was in it when I just saw it and recognized it as something. Yeah, just I gotta fall backward. Oh man. All right. Jesus, something fell back there. It was Wonderland. Oh my lord. Just a quick overview though of this other stuff that I think I have shown in a video. But that is Evil Dead 1 and 2, Corpse Bride, The Boy, which isn't mine. Donnie Darko, American Werewolf in London, which is amazing. Super 8, Angry Video Game Nerd X, which is the first 100 episodes of Angry Video Game Nerd plus 7 hours of special features. 1408, Rose Red, I See You, Dreamcatcher, Wallace and Gromit, and The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, which is not mine. And these two compilations, which, let me read all this out. The lighting is not very good right here. I'm so sorry. This will only take a moment. I swear this isn't a video. But anyway, Night of the Living Dead, House on Haunted Hill, Carnival of Souls, which looks really good actually, and so does House on Haunted Hill. I Bury the Living, Blood Tide, Fangs of the Living Dead, Bloody Pit of Horror, The Undertaker and His Pals, Nightmare Castle, Dementia 13, Count Dracula and His Vampire Brides, The Last Man on Earth, which is great by the way. I've seen it before. The Pix with Karen Black. Dominique is Dead and The Ghost, but it's not the Swayze version. It's a different movie called The Ghost with Barbara Steele from 1963 that is rated R. Yeah. Next, is this one, which also has, I think it also has the Last Man on Earth. Yeah, it does. And yeah, it also has Atom Age Vampire. That's ATOM, not ADAM. The Bat from 1926 and The Bat from 1959. Blood of Dracula's Castle, The Bloody Vampire, Count Dracula and His Vampire Bride, Crypt of the Living Dead, The Devil Bat, Horrible Sexy Vampire, Horror Express, Nightmare Castle, Nosferatu, which is a good movie, Prime Evil, Terror Creatures from the Grave, The Vampire Bat, Vampire Happening, Vampire's Night Orgy, The Werewolf vs. Vampire Women, and The Witch's Mountain. So those all sound pretty cool. A lot of them sound pretty campy.